Hi Facebook, this is Adrienne Harris from Right On Consulting Agency, and you are joining us for Say It Right Sundays at 7:45. We decided to change the time from Wednesdays. I think we're coming on Wednesdays at 8:45. I do have a new job and just some other scheduling things. My social media marketing consultant and I decided on that we wanted to change the actual times to Sundays for Say It Right Sundays at 7:45. We'll be back on Wednesday nights, or Wednesday evenings rather, for our recap videos, and then on Friday we will do our reposts, and then that way, I don't have to worry about rushing home from work, getting the videos done. Just be a matter of scheduling them to post out on Fridays. And I know you guys are, preparing to enjoy your weekends, possibly going out of town and those kinds of things. So we are trying some new times just to kind of see if they work better on from a marketing aspect, especially with this being social media. And so we are just working around scheduling and time. Shout out again to my social media consultant, Janae Hunter. She is super awesome. She sends me weekly reports, you guys. Please visit her page at GH Creatives. She does an outstanding job. If you are trying to boost your social media presence and you want to increase your engagement, she is an awesome asset to that part of businesses. Social media is a big part of businesses now. Not necessarily all businesses, but you may have some social media aspects going on, and GH Creatives is a way to get your information out there. And she is very diligent in watching numbers and posting during live videos and those kinds of things. So thank you so much, Janae. Janae is a former student of mine, and so I am just glad that she is still in my life, and that two, she is able to help me in some things that I am doing, and vice versa. I am still able to help Janae, even though she is no longer one of my students that I actually teach English language arts to, but she still calls me for advice, and we still keep in contact and still talk to one another. So shout out to Janae. She wasn't feeling too well, so I hope she is feeling much better by the time she gets on. If you don't see as many video posts on for this particular video, that is probably why. She may still be a little bit under the weather and may be resting, and that is all good. She needs the rest. She is a bona fide hustler. She is a hustler, a true millennial indeed. She hustles. She knows what she wants, and she does know how to regroup and get herself back together when she, senses herself going in a new direction. So I am so proud of her. I ran into another one of my students on Friday. I taught him in the 9th grade, guys. And oh my goodness, it was just so good to see him. So good to see my students doing well. If you teach, it's always a joy, always a pleasure to be able to see your students actually grown and doing well, not in any trouble. He was prospering up in Atlanta. He moved from Americus to Atlanta, went to school, got a degree, and he's actually enjoying what he's doing. So that's a whole nother level of enjoyment, to run into your students. One, that they're doing well, period, and two, they're actually doing things they love. Both Janae and Jonathan Battle, if he ever sees this video, Miss Harris is proud of both of you guys, and I'm so happy for you all that you guys are actually doing something that you love to do. And shout out to any of my other students that may see this. If you are doing well and you are on the way in your personal life, and you are doing something you love, even if you're not doing something you love just yet, and you are still working that thing out to figure it out, Miss Harris is proud of you guys. Please keep up the good work. So it is Say It Right Sundays, and tonight we are going to be wrapping up our first series on leaving on a good note. The first thing that we talked about was, one, how to actually get the job. We discussed the statistics surrounding how often people are not actually qualified for the jobs that they apply for, and I gave you guys a technique called the Adrienne Harris textual annotation method, where all you had to do was print out the actual job description and you just go through the job and say how you qualify for that particular position. What experience do you bring to the table? What have you already done on previous jobs or in different clubs and activities that go with the job description that you saw or that you see as you are hunting for a new job. Video 2 was about your letter of resignation. We discovered that about 74 to 76% of people are actually on a job, and 66 of those people wouldn't mind working somewhere else, and they don't mind looking for a new position even though they're on a job that they love. It's not something that they're, they don't hate going to work, but they still were open to finding another job. We learned in that same video, last week's video 2 or part 2 from Wednesday night, that 2 million Americans voluntarily leave their jobs each month. So don't feel bad if you are actively looking for a new position. There are tons of people who are on the same boat with you. It is a common practice. Note I said in America 2 million people. That's quite a few, in my opinion. That's quite a few people on a monthly basis looking for a new job. So tonight we are going to discuss what to do once you get on the job. We talked about preparing to leave the job where you are. Well, first we talked about preparing to get a new job. Then we talked about preparing to leave the job, what you needed to do to resign appropriately and correctly. And so tonight we're going to talk about what to actually do once you are on the job. And guys, it's simple. It goes back to our first video where you actually get on and you annotate the mission statement and the guiding principles for your new job. So the first takeaway is that you need to find your new company's or your new business, their mission statement. You need to read over the mission statement, and then you just need to highlight some things or write down some things that stand out to you, because some things may prick your interest more than others, and those are probably going to be the things you can promote within your new job description. So what I did is I printed out the mission statement for Albany State University because that's where I am going, and then I also was able to find the guiding principles. From what I could tell, the guiding principles are just how specifically they plan on getting their mission statement done. So this is what I found out, and you guys can see it looks pretty much similar to what I showed you guys on the first video, where we just go in, or you just go in and you get to writing, or what they call in the English language arts classrooms, you annotate the text. So you just go through. Annotation is not hard. I don't know if anyone has ever, I think we did it in high school, they just didn't call it that, or if they did, I forgot. I know it's a new term that I started using, I think maybe a year or two in teaching, when the standards change. So once those standards changed, they really started reiterating the importance of being able to write and respond to what you actually wrote. Read. I remember in 12th grade, shout out to Miss Ruley, just reading, and we had a senior research paper we had to do where this practice, I believe we did something similar to this. Again, I'm not sure we called it this, but all it gets you to do is to think critically about what you are reading. And just a note that may segue us into our next series of videos is that reading and writing go together, and writing and remembering actually go together. It is scientifically proven that the more information you write down, the better or the more likely you are to remember that information. So one thing you do want to do, you want to remember what the underlining or what the overarching mission is for the company you are working for. Why? That's why you are there. You are there to promote the business you work for. Not only are you a worker for that business, you also should be one of the people promoting the success of the business, promoting the mission of the business, and you are also promoting those principles that the business stands for. So it does kind of matter where you work and why you work based on what you believe as an individual and as a person. We typically do tend to work for institutions and businesses and companies where we don't have a personal conflict of interest with what that particular company is doing, because we do have to uphold the company, and we shouldn't be out bashing the company. We shouldn't be out speaking negatively, sorry guys, about where we work. So one thing this is going to help you do is, one, make sure you understand what the company is designed to do. Why do they exist? That's your mission statement. What are they trying to promote within the business or the company or the university, and then what guiding principles are pushing them or driving them forward to accomplish the mission statement. So takeaway number 1, find out what the mission statement is for the new business where you are going to work. Once you know the mission statement, guys, go ahead and annotate it. Write down your thoughts, write down your notes, write down what comes to mind. One thing that came to mind for me is that this particular mission statement starts and ends the same way. Their priority is to be an institution of the University System of Georgia that elevates its community and region by offering a broad array of different kinds of diplomas. And then it ends on the same way. They want to result in an improved quality of life for the citizens of Southwest Georgia and beyond. So they are very entrenched, if you will, in the community. They want to help this particular region, Southwest Georgia and beyond, do better. They want to elevate the community and the region. It starts that way and it also ends that way. So I can assume a part of my job description is going to be in some capacity working with the community that I am in. And that's a good thing for me. I want to get out a little bit more. So working here is going to be a good fit. Doing this also is going to see if you're an actually good fit for the job where you are. You may qualify for the position and then you may read the mission statement and be like, uh-oh, what have I gotten myself into? I don't like community service. I don't like going out in the region. You may find that information out. But as you read your guiding principles, you may be able to determine where you fit a little bit better. So that's guiding takeaway number 2. Find out the guiding principles. How do they support, or how are they going to accomplish the mission statement? And once you find that information out, guys, see where you fit best. Alright, so for me, I fit best in the expand access to higher education, which is their guiding principle number 3. And it simply reads that as an access institution, Albany State University will promote student success for all by welcoming students, one, from varying levels of academic preparation. They're going to keep the costs low. They're going to offer flexible class time and instructional modalities. And they're also going to pair high student expectations with exceptional mentoring, advising, and tutoring. Guys, I am a supervisor over tutors. All of my tutors are going to need to know guiding principle number 3. This is where we fit the best. Do we fit in the rest of these? Yes, we fit in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we can promote all 5 of these through the writing lab, but we can specifically promote making sure that the students have high expectations and that they are getting exceptional mentoring, advising, and tutoring services from the university. And I just love going through this. It just really opened my eyes to who Albany State is in terms of mission and what really is guiding them behind the curtains, if you will. There's a lot of activity going on out there. I have been out there a few times in the last couple of months, and so you see the hustle and bustle of the students, you see the hustle and bustle of the faculty and staff, and you see the people working behind the closet. But this is why they're working so hard. Their mission statement is requiring them to be about the community's business and about the business of their students, and the writing lab's business is going to be to promote, varying levels of education for the students. The writing lab is free, so we fit right into the quote-unquote keeping the costs low. They're not paying for the writing lab services. All they have to do is show up, and we're going to help them by means of mentoring, advising, and tutoring. Primarily the tutoring part is where my particular new job description is going to fit in. So again, takeaway number 1, make sure you know your company's mission statement. And then takeaway number 2, decide or see where you specifically fit. If you can find some guiding principles, where does your new job or where does your new department fit best? And once you identify that, takeaway number 3 is to apply what you have learned and promote your business or promote the new company via these things. We probably should all be experts on the department we work in. Nobody should have to go to another department or another employee to ask specifically what you do in your particular department as an employee of your company or your business, and for me at the university. I should be an expert on that writing lab before it's all said and done. I also should be an expert on Albany State University. To the best of my ability, I should be able to answer any questions about what's going on at the university, because what's going on at the university is going to directly affect what we do in the writing lab. You guys probably know they just consolidated Albany State with Darton State University. I need to know that information. I need to know how that hurt or help student enrollment, because it's going to help or hurt the writing lab. And so I am aware of the consolidation. I have done a little research on the consolidation and you know what it has done to the numbers as a whole for the university, because I'm going to need to do some things on my end based off principle number 3 to help the students that are coming in based off of the consolidation numbers that we do have. And so that's takeaway number 3. Go ahead and promote your company via the mission statement and the principles. And the best way that you are going to promote what's going on at your job, at the company, at the business, is to be a team player and make sure you are upholding the mission and the guiding principles for your company. You can't uphold what you don't know about. So go ahead and Google, search that thing out, find the mission and the guiding principles. It was easy for me. Albany State does have a website. I'm sure most big companies do have a website where you can go in and find this information quickly and very, very easily. It took me no time to find this information online. And I think I copied and pasted it from the original site just so it can be on one page so I can kind of have it. And I may go back in and retype it, you know, or just reprint it. That's what I can do, just reprint this and keep it somewhere so that I'm constantly reminded, hey, this is what they do. How can I help them do this? That's another thing I want you guys to be mindful of. How can you help them accomplish this in the area where you work? I can help them accomplish this by possibly doing some community outreach via the writing lab. Of course, I can continue to work with the various students that come into the writing lab. They are a school that's big on diversity, so I can have workshops and seminars based on the diversity that's already exists at the school. Maybe I can do a workshop just for the freshmen for a specific age group. Possibly I could do some seminars for the veterans that are on campus. And this is going to help promote what's already in place. This guy is going to help you be a team player on your job. Shout out to all the team players that are out there, because in that one you'll be able to keep your job, and then by you coming in and actually serving and promoting what's already in place, it will open up doors for you to be able to give your voice later on. I know in the education field, one thing that they do on a yearly basis is update their school improvement plan. So once your team or your boss sees that you are a team player with what's already in place, you possibly will get the chance to go ahead and be a voice for the other things that's coming up. So let's say it's time to rewrite the mission, or they want to reevaluate the mission, or they want to reevaluate the guiding principles of the company. They see you come in, you've been diligent over what's already in place. They may ask for your input. And guys, I don't think they're going to ask if they see you rolling your eyes, you out here trying to do your own thing, you know, to what's already in place. This is going to help you get access to being able to put your ideas out there when it's time. You may get the chance to say, hey, I really enjoyed, you know, I saw that my company was able to help you guys propel or push forward guiding principle number 3, but why don't we add ABCD? I found that as I was working on campus with the students from varying levels of academic preparation that they needed. And you'll be able to give some more insight because you're already operating out of this as to how they can make this more specific possibly, or some things they may possibly need to take away from what they're already doing. You may be able to say, hey, we have 100% in this. Maybe we can add a new guiding principle to what's already going on in the business. So that's number 3. Or just some tidbits. I think I already did all 3 of them. 1, find the mission statement, read the mission statement, know the mission statement. 2, see if you can find how they plan on fulfilling the mission. Here, Albany State has what you call guiding principles. And 3, apply this information. See where you best fit within these 3 things. Hi, Sadina. And then you can go ahead and be promoting the business that way through your particular department. One thing you do not want to do is not be a team player on your new job, because then you're going to have to go back through series 1 part 1, find a new job that you qualify for, 2, write a whole new letter of resignation, and you're still probably going to have to get this information done. So that was one thing. One thing I found out where my pay is going to come from based off when I did the original application for the job. So I was able to research that funding bucket, if you will, bracket, if you will. So I have some information on that. I also did a history of Albany State University, just so I know kind of what they were founded on, what things here that is Albany State's history. What were their origins? How did they come about? What type of resistance, if you will, have they met along the way? According to this, they've had 2 floods. That's made a difference in how the campus looks. That's going to make a difference on where I actually work, because they put new buildings and things and that kind of thing in place since they've been open. Not just since I will be in a new building in the fall based off where my funding comes from. I believe based off that funding is the funds that gave them the abilities to create or to build a new building. So it was just awesome research to go through and find out as much information as I could about the job. They have added some things to their mission statement. They want to prepare current and foster students to be effective contributors to a globally diverse society. And this is some information I found via the consolidation information that I researched. They just consolidated, and I just wanted to see what I could find out about the consolidation and what was going on with Albany State and Darton State University before I started the job. Like, what am I walking into since they've consolidated? And so I have a good heads up going into my job, guys. I start on tomorrow. I may get back on tomorrow just to let you guys know how that went, because I really am excited about it. I have talked to my boss, and he has some projects that he wants me to work on, so I'm excited about that I won't just be kind of sitting around while the school wraps up. It is about time for the university system students to be finishing up. So stay strong, college students. You are almost done with yet another semester. If this was your first semester, congratulations. You are almost finished with your studies. Freshman year is almost done. Yay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, principle number 1, find the mission statement. Takeaway number 2, find your guiding principles. What is going to make the mission statement, or how are they planning to implement your new or the mission statement for the job? And then 3, you want to be a team player, so start working in these confines. Don't try to go in and do your own thing. If you manage this well, then they'll give you some new things to do. I can guarantee you that. I think in every job I've gone to, I've been able to do some new things that weren't necessarily outlined anywhere, based off of just upholding what's already in place. So you want to be a team player. This particular video is going to help you be a team player wherever you go, wherever new jobs you decide to take and the doors are open for you. I think these are key things that will help you go in there, be a team player, and you can promote and uphold what's already in place for the business. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please share the video. If you share our videos on Sunday and then share what we do on Wednesday with our Right on Wednesdays recap, and write a review, on next Sunday I'm going to do a drawing for a free consultation service. And what that means for you is you get to send me a piece of writing or of your choice, and I'll look through it and I will give you some free advice on 1, what you're already doing well, and then 2, ways you can improve. We are going to do a drawing on next Sunday during this hour at 7:45, and yes, I will enter your name 3 times. If you go on the home page of Right On Consulting Agency and write a review. It is simple. All you have to do is click one of the stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and please guys, write something in. I love to read you all's comments. Yes, a 5 means we're doing great, but I do want to know exactly how we're doing well. So if you could write a sentence or 2 And then if you share tonight's video and also share our videos on Wednesday, then I'll also put your name in for this month's drawing. So I am looking forward to see how much feedback we get from this. And then on next Sunday, we'll do another prize for you guys for participating with us on Write On. Don't forget, if you have any questions concerning writing or just concerning anything that we've discussed so far, feel free to message me or write a comment in whichever video that you guys see, because I'm getting the notification that you guys are on, that you shared the videos, that you do write the reviews. One, that's how I'm going to keep up with the raffle, and then two, it does help me stay abreast on what you guys need as my audience. So please go do that for us. One, write a review. I will read over it and put your name in a hat or a bucket or something. Oh, I have the perfect thing. I have something that just came to mind that I'm going to use. And if you share the video on Sundays, and then we'll be back on Wednesday evenings, I'm going to put your name in a raffle, and you are going to have until the end of the month, if your name is chosen, to send me a piece of writing of your choice, and I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to consult and offer you some advice. I am going to, let's see what Albany State says. I'm going to mentor you if I can, advise you, and give you a quick free tutoring lesson at no cost to you guys, whoever is the lucky winner. So anybody who shares this in the next week, and anybody who writes a review within the next week. So maybe you know somebody who needs to win. Let's say I pull Sadina's name or Jamaica's name or Miss Monique's name. You can easily say to me, hey, my friend such and such wants to redeem the coupon on my behalf. That's cool with me. Just one person per coupon. I am going to get some coupons made to send to you. They are going to have an expiration date on it, guys. So please be mindful of that. So share this video. Let your friends know, hey, she's doing a raffle over the next week, so they can actually share the videos and get in on the review, so that your name this week has a chance to go in 3 times, guys. So go ahead and review and share tonight. Join us again on Wednesday. I believe I'm going to get on about 6:30 on Wednesday. I think that'll be a good time, because Wednesdays are like a 15-minute recap. So that'll give me enough time to get home, get settled, and go ahead and get back on, because I'm just reviewing what we did tonight, just reviewing our takeaways. So that should be a good time. So maybe look for us about 6:15. 6:30. Some more definite advertisement, of course, will be coming up through Janae Hunter, GH Creatives, my social media consultant. We'll be in contact with you guys about the update and the change in time. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's video. I thoroughly enjoyed presenting the information to you guys. I really have been enjoying the Facebook Live videos. They are fun to me. I actually love doing stuff like this. This is what I do sometimes, not all the time, guys, in my spare time. I sit around and annotate texts. I research, I write, and I am not ashamed to say it. My best friend said my inner geek is coming out, and that is just fine with me. So I hope you guys have a good evening. I hope you guys have an awesome work week on this week, and I believe I am going to get back on tomorrow, just to let you guys know how my first day at work goes. I feel like you guys have been traveling with me in this transition to the new job, so I probably will get back on briefly on tomorrow, just to let you guys know how it went for me. And if I don't do it tomorrow, I know I'll talk about it on Wednesday on our recap Wednesday. Right on Wednesdays, our recap, and then we will do follow-up Fridays, where we will just repost tonight's videos and Wednesday's video. And again, don't forget about our raffle event for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please tell somebody who will tell somebody who will tell somebody else about Write On Consulting Agency and the Adrian Harris method, writing you can use. See you guys.